Right now, the biggest iPad available is the 13-inch iPad Pro with the M4 chip inside it. But many of you are wondering what happened to the iPad Ultra, a device we haven't heard about in a while. Well, we're going to cover everything we know about the iPad Ultra and whether we might see it from Apple in the future. The first leaks about the iPad Ultra surfaced quite some time ago, back in 2022. This was when the M1 iPad Pro had been released, which was the last iPad Pro design that had been around since 2018, featuring the A12 chip. The M1 iPad Pro came with some updates, like the introduction of Mini LED. At that time, the idea emerged that Apple could be planning to release a larger iPad Pro, potentially called the iPad Ultra. Around this time, other companies like Samsung were releasing their own Ultra devices, such as the Galaxy S10 Ultra and the Galaxy S8 Ultra, which featured massive tablets up to 14 inches in size. There were even rumors that Apple's version, the iPad Ultra, could be a huge 16-inch tablet, which would have been massive. When you think about it, the current MacBook Pro with the 16.2-inch display was originally planned to be this size. A lot of us were excited about this because we could imagine how perfect it would be for artists and similar professionals. For example, if you wanted to show someone a design on a table, this larger screen would be perfect for both displaying and drawing on it at the same time. It seemed like an amazing size for creative work. However, things went quiet toward the end of 2022. Then in 2023, another leak surfaced revealing that Apple was planning to scrap the idea of a larger iPad, like a 16-inch display, and also abandon the notion of a 14-inch iPad. This struck many of us as odd, especially after hearing the rumors, only to have the idea completely dropped with no larger iPad on the horizon. What made this even more unusual was another leak about a year ago, this time from Mark Gurman at the end of 2023. He mentioned that Apple was on the verge of releasing a new 14-inch iPad that year. This was quite surprising because it seemed like Apple might go through with it. However, it's possible that what Mark Gurman saw was the upcoming 13-inch iPad Pro instead, who knows? As mentioned earlier, the big question is, what has happened since then? Have we heard any new leaks or rumors about a larger iPad? Unfortunately, the answer is no, we haven't heard anything. In the past year, there have been no leaks or rumors regarding an iPad Ultra, so it seems like the idea has been put to rest for now. However, considering that Samsung's S10 Ultra with its 14-inch display is currently their most popular Pro tablet, it's clear that Samsung is leading the way with its OLED display. Apple too has started using OLED in the iPad Pro, so there may be an opportunity for them to bring a larger iPad to market in the near future. But as of now, it doesn't expect anything in 2025. It's possible that we might see a larger iPad sometime in 2026 or 2027, but we'll have to wait for more leaks to confirm that. Until then, it seems like there's no new information about a larger iPad Ultra. Moving on, let's talk about the price and release date of the iPad Ultra. As mentioned earlier, we haven't heard anything new about a potential iPad Ultra in over a year. If any leaks do emerge, they will likely happen in 2025, or at the very earliest by the end of this year. This means it's most probable that the iPad Ultra won't be released until 2026, which could align with the launch of the M5 iPad. The M5 iPad is expected to be released around the end of 2025, so there's a possibility that an iPad Ultra model could follow in early 2026. Some of you wonder whether the iPad Ultra might feature an M5 Pro chip. While this is possible, it's important to remember that iPadOS combined with the current A series chip is already more than enough for most users. Therefore, an M5 Pro chip would likely be very niche, catering to a small group of users. The current M4 chip in the iPad Pro is already sufficient for most people's needs. There's a possibility of an M5 Pro, though it would likely be a slightly downgraded version. If not, we'll see the M5 instead. If there is an M5 Pro, it would likely come with a larger design and we'd need proper cooling to support it, potentially with something like a vapor chamber or even a small fan to keep the iPad cool. This would be the first iPad to feature such cooling, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, as for pricing, the current 13-inch M4 iPad Pro is priced around $1,300. So if we get an iPad Ultra with a 16-inch or 14-inch display, we can expect the price to be even higher. For something like to be around $1,600 to $1,700 at the very least. If it's an M5 or an M5 Pro, it could be over $2,000, and that's without accessories like the Magic Keyboard. Just something to keep in mind if this product comes to life. What do you think? Should Apple release an iPad Ultra? Do you think it's still coming, or do you think Apple has completely scrapped the idea? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Until next time, take care and we'll see you soon.